To finish up our look at the Photoshop neural filters, we're going to look at the landscape mixer and the style transfer filters. So we'll load up the, and I've got this kind of landscape with a photographer as a sort of foreground subject. Let's open up our neural filters and have a look at how these two options work. They're in the creative kind of section. And I suppose, they're giving us the ability to use AI to kind of make creative changes to our image. And I think that there's a lot of possibility with this in the future, if it isn't quite there just yet inside of Photoshop. It's probably on the way. Anyway, let's have a look at the style transfer to start with. We will open that up, and you can see that we have the ability to apply artistic styles or image styles. So in here we've got, I'm not sure what this one is, but that looks like a Gauguin, and this is a Monet kind of painterly kind of style. And over here we've got some different illustrative styles that we could apply to our images. So let's turn the style transfer option on, and I'm going to click on, the other thing is you could also load up your own images. So if you had a kind of a style that you wanted to emulate or imbue into your image, you can load that up. I'm just going to look at the Van Gogh, I think, and see what that gives me. And it looks pretty janky to start with, so I might pull back the style opacity but increase the strength. And I think we're starting to get something a bit better there, something that's looking a little painterly but not too over the top. So I'm kind of liking the paint brush strokes in the sky and in the footage here. It looks a little bit weird around the subject there. There is the there is a couple of other options for us to play with: the background blur, the brightness, and also we can add a bit more saturation into the mixture there. So that's the style transfer. Turn that off, and you might find some possibilities in that. The landscape mixer is also kind of fun. There's some possibilities within that as well. We'll just turn it off to start with, and turn it on to start with, and again we've got some presets, and also we can pull in an image to work from as well. These presets, I suppose, are trying to, when we apply them, they're trying to emulate the kind of tonal atmosphere of each of these images, and kind of overlay it on our original image. We've also got a set of kind of property values that we can explore down here. So if we wanted to try and include a bit of nighttime in our image, we can pull that nighttime slider up. So there's some interesting kind of effects happening there in the background. It is making our foreground subject look a bit janky. We can preserve the subject, so it tries to sort of leave that alone, I suppose. And when we implement that, it'll kind of look out of place, and then we can harmonize the subject, and it tries to blend it into the subject, and that's sort of looking better, I suppose. Let's pull down the nighttime. Maybe not. This is an image not appropriate for that. We can change the kind of time of year, which is interesting. So if we wanted it to be a bit more summer and a kind of drier atmosphere, we can attempt to apply that. That's looking okay to an extent. Often find the winter option looks quite good, because it will bring in some cooler colours and often a little bit of snow. So that's looking reasonably effective, I reckon. So we can also try these other atmospheric options. This looks kind of a wintry, icy kind of scene. It's looking alright. Or maybe we could try something with a warmer kind of atmosphere. So there you go. That's a couple of the creative, the filters under the creative section in Photoshop's Neural Filter workspace.